but it's not a dream. Look, I've got some words on the paper, steady boys, don't faint. Don't ask me, it's better.
First question, why did you want to do this particular show?
Well, you know, of course I have a great affection for Comedy and Green shows, having done Wonderful Town here. I can't believe it, 10 years ago. It's about New York, which I love, and it has all the sort of optimism and energy that a show about New York should have. It has this wonderful character at the center, Ella, who Kelli O'Hara plays, and all these wonderful sort of kooky characters orbiting around her.
It's funny that Adolph and Betty wrote a writer who doesn't have his partner anymore. So he's a guy that has writer's block, and the comedy ensues. He's a bit of a lazy man, likes to party, but the whole idea is that he can't write. So he does anything to not write, and then, of course, she comes along and saves him, helps him.
I didn't even know who Ella Peterson was, actually, until about 3 weeks ago. She's lost, and she's confused, and she's fun, and she's a sweetheart, and she wants to do good, and she's lovesick, and all these wonderful things, but she's strong. I just fell in love with her, and I thought, where's she been all my life?
We always sort of joke that Encores is, you know, summer stock with the A-team, because we put it together as fast as a summer stock show, but you've got the best actors in theater in the show.
When you do have such a quick process, we didn't have to go through any of the generalities of meeting each other, getting a kind of vocabulary together. We just know each other personally, and I sang at our wedding, but you know, it's like we had the ability to just dig right in.
We share the same agent. Before we did Oklahoma, you know, I was like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to work with Kelli O'Hara. I didn't know what that would be like. She's one of the biggest goofballs in the room, and I'm usually the biggest goofball in the room, so it's nice to have somebody to do, especially with something like this. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised with her.
Musical theater, Bobby Cannavale, not exactly the expected. So how did this all happen?
I was the 100th caller to the radio station. Kathleen just came and saw Trust and the play I did over the summer, and she called me on my cell phone. I still have the message, actually, and asked me to do this, and I couldn't believe it. I said yes, without even reading it, and I knew it, you know, because I'd seen the movie a long time ago, so I did remember the part. I knew it was the part Frank Gorshin played in the movie. I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. And I don't really get to sing. I don't really sing in it, so it's a really good way for me to get my feet wet.
Bells Are Ring is the first musical I ever did, and I played this beautiful girl behind me. Yes, I played that part. And Sue was not something I ever thought about, actually, because I was too young, but I'm not anymore. So I'm doing it now, and I'm having really a lot of fun, especially with David Pitou, who's a nutcase. And there's a lot of comedy to be mined, and I mean to find it.
Independent, self-sufficient, got